Today, we're going to introduce you to the new Silverfire tent stove. This is the world's cleanest burning portable tent stove with secondary gasification. Unfortunately, up to this time, sportsman shops, big mass retailers, big box stores have only had on availability dirty, clean burning tent stoves that only have primary combustion. All of our products have introduced secondary combustion, just like a modern, expensive pellet stove, EPA certified stove with a secondary combustion at the top of the firebox to reburn that extra methane, CO2 smoke and emissions. That means that the tent dragon is going to be low on fuel use and burn very, very clean. This stove also has numerous features that other tent stoves don't have. First of all, we start off, as mentioned, with a secondary gasification combustion chamber. So here we have a dampener on the door, a nice viewing port for the fire. It also is going to be very efficient for heating. It weighs approximately about 45 pounds. It also, directly on the top of the firebox, we have a cutout for high temperature, high firepower cooking directly over the firebox here for walking, boiling, frying. And so we wanted to bring this, our teapot, our Silverfire Dragon kettle to boil quickly. We could do that over the direct flame. The other option would be to rotate the pot to the indirect side for lower heat. Or if once the water's warm, we can continue our warming trend over the oven for low temperature simmering. We also have an oven on this side of the stove, and we can bake up to 8-inch pizzas. We have a baking pan, and we have the shelf, which also doubles as the grill plate for grilling. Yes, folks, this is the first tent stove that you can take outside the stove when you're at embers, because we have a bigger cutout behind the round high firepower cutout, and simply lay the rack on top, and now we're grilling. And in addition to grilling, we have an extra food rack here at the back of the stove and a removable stainless steel water tank. We simply fill the water, and we have the nice solid brass spigot that's heating on the back side of the oven of the stove. So this stove heats water, it cooks, it bakes, it fries, it walks, and grills with a clean burn with a secondary gasification. So this means you're using less fuel, burning more responsibly with a sustainable use of your fuel. So let's go ahead and we'll get this lit here in just a minute. The stove also comes with 6 stainless steel stacks with a spark arrestor at the top of the chimney that comes with the stove. It all collapses. These legs fold underneath the stove, so you basically can just easily pick it up. It's portable. Again, as we mentioned, it weighs approximately 45 pounds and is just a wonderful stove. So we'll go ahead and light it and get the viewing port and get it lit for you and be back with you momentarily. Okay, we've lit the stove, we've established a flame, the dampener's fully open, so now it's time to dampen down and to get it to top burn. And we're seeing a little smoke coming off the stove because this is a brand new stove and we're breaking it in, so we're seeing a little bit of the paint burning. And we'll pan up to the top of the chimney, and you can see that we have a very clean burn established, even though we've only been running the stove about 2 minutes. Okay, we have our flame established, and on the back wall you can see the secondary gasification burn, and on the side wall these little fingers look like propane fingers on the perimeter of the stove there. So we have a really nice burn. This is the first burn of this stove break-in, so we do have a little bit of paint smoke coming off the top, which is normal with any stove. And then of course, always with cosmetics with any stove, you can always take heat-resistant paint and touch it up if you're concerned about touching up the stove for cosmetics in the future. But we have a very nice fire established. We're letting in a lot of primary air now, which is going to be a little dirtier burn. So we're going to go ahead and close that back up for a cleaner burn. There, so you can see the flames dancing. That's the secondary combustion coming off those walls, the preheated ventilation ports where all the hot flue gases are reburning there, dancing around. So we took the cooktop off so you could see it and got a shot from above. So this is your Silver Fire tent dragon.